Welcome back to the Personal Foul Podcast. I'm your host, Colton. Guest alongside me is my co-host Phil. How the heck are you, sir?
I am fantastic. I had a hell of a weekend. A lot of sports this weekend. And what happened this weekend? There was a Game 7 of the World Series. Did you watch it, Colton? Because you haven't watched a damn playoff game the entire series. Did you watch?
Yes, you should. You should know I watched. You decided. I'm telling you, you guys. My wife thinks it's me. She goes, "Why you always worry about what Phil's doing?" I'm like, do you not see my phone? I don't call them, do I? No, they magically always call me. So the obsession.
Your uncle worries about you. He wants to make sure you're okay.
Yeah. But yes, I did indeed watch Game 7. Blue Jays choke job, and the team that ruined baseball, just like the team that ruined Christmas, of course, wins again. You're the more baseball expertise in the matter. I could care less, again, as it's been stated on this podcast before. It was a great game. The problem it was that good of a game that I think it hides how bullshit it is with the Dodgers and Ohtani and the deferred money. Like, it's bull. It's bull.
I don't even care about the deferred money. I care about that Ohtani rule. He started the game and got to stay in the game. That's what aggravated the hell out of me. That never, ever should have happened. They don't put the ghost runner in for the playoffs. They shouldn't put the Ohtani rule in for the playoffs. That should stay out as well. There is no reason whatsoever that should be in the playoffs. And that hurt Toronto, unfortunately. Not that Ohtani had a great Game 7.
I said they got the runs off of Ohtani.
Yes, they did. But his bat got to stay in the lineup. And it lengthened out that bullpen where Mr. Yamamoto got to come in and claim World Series MVP. First time in, I think since Randy Johnson against the Yankees, won 3 games in a World Series, deservedly MVP. What a hell of a year he had. And he'll probably have ACL by April 15th or whatever, or UCL, I should say. Because unfortunately, the pitchers in Japan, they only pitch once a week. And he pitched a lot these past few weeks. A lot of stress on his elbow. But you know what? He's getting paid $300 million. I don't weep for him. I do. You know who I do weep for is Vlad Guerrero. And oh, what a shame watching him on the top step with tears coming down his eyes. Crying.
Yankees lose.
Yeah.
Okay, Vlad. Okay.
Yeah, we remember that chant, Vlad. We remember that so well. And I don't give a damn that you didn't give your ring that you were supposed to win and give it to your father. I could care less. You have no rings. The only rings you got are the donut rings that you're going to eat, you fat bastard. You suck. You were clutch in this playoffs. I got to give you that. But you know what?
I was going to say, he's a lot better than what Judge has been historically.
Yeah. Hey, let's not compare an all-time great to a fluke like Vlad Guerrero. You were a fluke in the playoffs. The problem with you, Vlad, is this is as high as you're going to get. There's going to be no mountain higher for you. This is where you've peaked. You are not going to be back in the playoffs next year, let alone the World Series. Bichette's going to be gone. That's going to be gone. There's going to be a lot of turnover there in Baltimore, in Toronto. And I hate to say it, this was one of my most favorite World Series. And 2 of the top 5 teams that I hate the most were in it. Because I hate Toronto, I hate Boston, I hate Baltimore, I hate the Dodgers, and of course I hate the Mets the most. But baseball is such a riveting sport. You can't sit here and tell me that there's another sport better than this. And by the way, Mr. NBA, you had Game 7 of OKC in Indiana this past summer, which was a great series. I'm not going to deny that. But only, 12 million people tops? This got 27 million, and you didn't even get the Canadian audience, and you didn't get the Japanese audience. I'm sure there was probably close to 50 million people watching this game. It's nice to see baseball getting its due like it should, because it will always be the best sport. The physical attributes, the mental attributes, the coaching that continues to falter time and time again in this game. It was an incredible series, and I'm glad baseball is shining because of it. And here's another thing. I didn't even give a damn about football yesterday, but not because the Dolphins weren't playing either. But I was just so baseballed out from the past weekend. It was like, all right, we got football on. Although there were some pretty good games. It wasn't like the trash weekend we had last weekend, but we'll get into that in a little bit. Let's continue on the World Series, Colton. What were your takes out of it? Mr. I only watched one game in the playoffs.
That's about all I watched. You are correct. like I said it a little bit earlier because I could care less now that it's over. The fact that the Blue Jays kept it so tight and should have lost, it like hides how bull it is with the Dodgers and their team and how loaded they are and will continue to be loaded. They're going to be favored the next 5 years. They're going to be favored the next 5 years. Like it's this is the problem with the sport, by the way. This is why I could care less about baseball. And it's not like, oh, you're a Yankees fan. You're acting like you're a Pirates fan that don't spend money. Like, no. I'm well aware. I'm well aware how the Yankees spend money. Problem is there's already a $50 million difference between the Yankees and the Dodgers. And, oh, yeah, that Ohtani money is not factored in because he's making $2 million. I could really give a rat's ass. I'm telling you, the sport is so dumb. The fact that they're
all right, Debbie Down. We've heard all this before. Let's talk about Game 7 here for a little bit.
No, that is my point. That is my overall point on Game 7. That is my overall point on Game 7. The fact that it was that close, it covers up the Dodgers and their bullshit with the loaded roster and how much money they have in that team and the deferred, best player we've ever seen in our lifetime. His money's magically deferred. The best player in the sport magically has his money deferred. I could care.
I'm not disagreeing.
I could care. He is the best player in the sport. He's the best player I've ever seen play the game of baseball in my entire life. He is the modern Babe Ruth. Sorry to tell you. He's that good.
He's not Babe
He's making $2 million on the books. $2 million. I could care less. I really could care less. Honestly, I don't care. And the fact, baseball's definitely looking their chops like, oh, thank God the Blue Jays kept it close. Because if they wiped through them like they wiped through the Yankees last year, oh my God, people would be like, oh, the Dodgers this, the Dodgers that.
It really would have hurt baseball. I agree with
Correct. You. So thank God for the Blue Jays keeping it close. But God, we're screwed. I'm screwed. And yes, I would love the Yankees to sign Bo Bichette. Any more of your thoughts? Again, I could care less.
Well, I have to say, Dave Roberts is notoriously a terrible manager, but he put Pages in at the right time, and he basically stiff-armed Kiki Hernandez out of the way to make that catch. I mean, that was a game-saving catch, and, that led to, Will Smith hitting the home run in the 11th inning. But, I mean, shame on Toronto to win 2 in L.A. and not come home and at least win 1 and wrap it up. What's great is the Canadian jinx continues. There was the Raptors title, but between hockey and baseball, there hasn't been a world championship there since 1993. And I actually rooted for the Raptors that year because we had the loaded Golden State Warrior teams. But it was nice to see Canada fall on its face once again, just like how your picks fell on your face once again this week. Because Pittsburgh won. Genius called that one, by the way. Yeah, let's not forget that. Genius has been hot.
1 and 2. Yeah, not a great day at the office. You went 2-1. You were correct. Good job, Phil.
Thank you.
As I'm actually rallying up the picks from our people on YouTube. So, any final thoughts before we start to roll into football? Any final thoughts as baseball comes to a close?
I think it sucks that the Dodgers won because not only do they have the highest payroll, they also have, one of the best minor league systems. They could call anybody up at any time and just plug people in. They've worked hard to get where they're at. I mean, it helps that they're in a big city, stuff like that. They got Yamamoto, they got Sasaki, they got all these guys. I don't know if they're going to get this next guy coming from Japan. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce his name, but he's supposed to be the next big thing. The problem is you're going to have all these players on the Dodgers, and it's going to be like, all right, where do you start playing these guys? And I do feel bad for John Schneider because of this Ohtani rule. There was a long time in between warmups when he was pitching Game 7, and the umpires allowed it. That's something that needs to be fixed again in the offseason. As far as I'm concerned, there should not be any Ohtani rule in the postseason. Otherwise, bring the ghost runner back, and we won't have 18 incredible games anymore. I'm just saying. Things like that. It's a joke how Manfred has bastardized the game. He has, unfortunately, but we did get a hell of a World Series out of it.
Fantastic, Phil. Thank you. And we'll touch back on baseball again next year. Tyler Granado, I will not pause for you as you and Phil both continue to suck at fantasy football. So thank you both for your wonderful donations to this season. And speaking of Miami, we head to Thursday Night Football of last week. Lamar Jackson back. Ravens win 28-6. It is your team. Jalen Phillips dealt today as part of the Miami trade-a-thon that could ensue tomorrow. Thoughts on the Dolphins?
I could give less than a damn about the loss. I could give less than a damn about Jalen Mush for Brain Phillips, who was drafted with 5 concussions coming out of the Hurricane system. What I do care about is that Chris Greer is gone. Hip, hip, hooray. The old bastard is gone. He has been an absolute cancer to this franchise. He started off decent and then just took an absolute tumble. And I got a nice little list right here. And we're going to – what the hell was that?
Oh, it was an applause for you. That was an applause for you. I know you were very –
Oh, okay.
I know you were very happy there, Phil.
Oh, yes. I'm very, very happy. And Tyler, shut the hell up. Nobody cares about Dallas tonight, okay? Nobody cares about Dallas, Arizona. Nobody cares about a couple of 3-win teams and a bunch of bums playing that aren't going to make the playoffs. Bring Waddle to Pittsburgh? Yeah, exactly, Dave. Bring him over there. I want 2 1s, minimum 2 1s. That's what I want for Waddle after what we gave up for him. We should have had Chase. Anyway, let's go back to my former GM. And it was a nice job today by our new GM, Champ Bailey there. By getting rid of Phillips. Hopefully tomorrow he can get rid of a couple other bums. I don't think he will, but we got rid of Mush for Brains. So that's a good start. We're going to start with this year, probably one of the biggest failures, and I screamed about this, and you know about it, and that's when we drafted your trash defensive lineman, Kenneth Grant, and we already passed on who's probably going to be an all-pro for the next 10 years in Tyler Warren. And you just sit there with that dumb look on your face because you know I'm absolutely right on that. Grant stinks. He's absolutely terrible. I don't see him lasting another year. He's that bad. We took Charles Harris over T.J. Watt in 2017. We took Tua over Herbert in 2020. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt on that one. We took, and you know I've screamed about this. We took Austin Jackson over Justin Jefferson in round 1 in 2020. And I remember you laughing at me when you said thank you for Minka. You remember that day, Colton? Remember you bashed me? And then we took Austin Jackson on top of it instead of Justin Jefferson? Yes, you remember that because anytime you get a chance to dig at the genius, you will.
I do.
We also drafted in that same draft Noah. I'm a terrible defensive back over Jonathan Taylor, which I still scream about to this day. And everyone knows I screamed about that one. I wanted Jonathan Taylor in the worst possible way. We drafted Liam Eckenberg over either an all-pro center in Creed Humphrey or an all-pro linebacker in Nick Bolton in the 21 draft. We've drafted Cam Smith over Tuli Tipulu. I can't pronounce his name. Or Tyler Kraft, either one of them in 2023. Last year, we drafted Chop Robinson over Quinion Mitchell. I mean, it's just been one bad nightmare after another. He takes risks on these first-round picks instead of drafting solid players, like Pittsburgh does. I will give that to Pittsburgh. They draft solid players.
Our last few drafts have been abysmal.
They've still been better than Miami's. At least you didn't draft Kenneth Grant like we did. What an absolute joke that was. I will give him the Laramie Tunsil deal. He did get a haul back. And then when he got, all those picks back, but then he took Jalen, he traded up and gave up away a first-round pick when we could have had Chase and Sewell. Imagine having those two. Holy hell. I mean, but he traded up and gave away another first-round pick for Waddle. It made absolutely no sense. It was an absolute joke. He's been absolute garbage. I'm so glad to see him gone. I don't care who's in there. And if anybody says, oh, yeah, you think you can do a better job, Phil? You're damn right I can. Somebody call that fool, Stephen Ross. Tell him I'll take the job, and I'll make the Dolphins winners within 2 years, without a doubt. But we are addition by subtraction. Chris Greer, don't let the door hit you or the good Lord split you. You may continue.
I can only imagine you as a GM calling up.
You know how great I would be?
Hey, I want to draft you, and have no idea how to say their name. And here's your head coach.
I'm not announcing him. That's not my job. That's Goodell's job. And Goodell, I can't pronounce your name.
Here's your head coach. Here you go. Oh God!
I know who I would have drafted.
You can't manage a softball team.
Grant.
You can't manage a softball team, and he can't manage his damn fantasy football team.
I am a great manager.
Thanks for Travis.
You like my trades that I made this week?
Oh,
I got Bucky Irving.
You didn't get Rashad White back in the deal. You bum. No.
I don't want Rashad White. He stinks. I'm playing for next year. Doesn't matter.
Playing for next year.
Let's worry about Tyler's league, where I'm going to win it all. Right, Tyler?
Oh, God.
That's right, Tyler. Mr. 7-1. You stink.
All right, let's get through this. We're already 15 minutes into the show, and we have like every other football game to get to. Let's head to Sunday slate. Patriots beat Big A's.
Atlanta was not happy.
24-23. Missed extra point.
Yes.
Closed the game. Drake May continues to thrive. Very good football player.
Thrive. He didn't have a great game.
Doesn't have to have a great game when he plays that well.
Oh, Jesus. Just because he's on your fantasy team doesn't make him out to be.
Hey, shout out Tyler Granada. Shout out Tyler Granada. Thanks for Drake May. Hey, man, how's Kyler Murray going for you? I think he's playing tonight. Oh, wait.
Oh, no, he's not. You suck, Tyler.
We had to Tennessee. They just continue to lose. They showed some fight in this game, though. Chargers 27, Titans 20. Herbert and company deliver the goods. Titans are just mega ass. Cam Ward struggle train continues.
How the hell did they score 20 points and Ward had like 45 yards passing?
I think they had
a touchdown. That was the one game I didn't watch.
He had a pick six and a punt return. Yes.
Wow.
So they had three. All their touchdowns were defensive or special teams.
Wow.
So yeah, that's how they did that.
Shame on San Diego.
Shame.
And
it's a shame that you have no idea they're from LA still. We continue to the dog fart of America. We head to the state of Ohio. Bengals. Oh, God. Poor Joe Flacco turning back the clock. But don't worry. He's not turning back the scoreboard as they lose again. 47-42. What a dump the Bengals are. Oh, my gosh.
That level of touchdown was just – you got to understand, I'm still on this incredible high from watching Game 7, and then I got to watch that. I was like, oh, my God. That was it was pretty cool to watch. I mean, the Bengals, they're just an absolute atrocious defense. I mean, this is 2 years now of this nonsense. My God.
Shout out Bungholes. Shout them out. Bungholes. They suck. We head to the other AFC North team. We head to Pittsburgh. As you called it, I egg on my face. Defense finally put their big boy pants on and showed up for a freaking game as back-to-back weeks as their home dogs. Steelers win 27-20. Defense was elite. Joey Porter actually learned how to catch a football for the first time. T.J. Watt, game-changing strip sack because the Colts were going down to score. I think the Colts were going down to score to make a 14-zip, and I don't know where that game goes. Instead, T.J. turns it on his head. Finally, I've been begging for T.J. Watt to make a damn play. He does. Steelers win 27-20. Jonathan Taylor's MVP run comes to a screeching halt in Week 9. Steelers held him to 46 yards. Yes. I thought this was going to be a Jonathan Taylor 3-touchdown fest again. Steelers played well. Offense struggled early on. They got to get a deal done tomorrow. I don't see Waddle. I don't see the Steelers giving up a first for Jalen Waddle, and I honestly wouldn't either. I'd rather go.
Why wouldn't you?
I don't think he's a first-round receiver, if I'm being honest.
Oh, you got to be kidding me.
I'm not kidding you. I don't think he's a first-round receiver.
No, he is.
No, I do not think so.
I'm not trading him then. I wouldn't.
That's fine. You can hold on. I wouldn't deal him. Go get Jacoby Myers for a bag of chips. I'd love Jacoby Myers as a possession receiver. Go along with Metcalf taking the top off. Yeah, I think that's the move the Steelers need. Not
Mr. I can't separate Metcalf. Yeah, okay.
May or may not be true. I don't know. By the way, he can separate. I've seen him blow away from guys this season. The Steelers really don't throw the ball down the field. Oh, he's stone hands also. He's like $40 million stone hands. Stop talking about the Cowboys.
Nobody cares, Tyler. You still suck, Tyler. And you're going to get chopped tonight as well. You're getting out in that guillotine league. You suck at everything, Tyler.
One of the easiest picks of the week. Niners win 34-24. Giants. Darius Slayton dropped touchdown. Theo Johnson, big drops. You talk about a team that should go out and get him. Young quarterback, paid nothing. Giants should go get Jalen Waddle. Go get him a weapon in Jackson Dart and then pair him up with Neighbors next season. I think that makes a lot of sense because Darius Slayton sucks. Enough of that experiment. He's ass. Dropped touchdown. Saw the replay. I'm like, oh, God. It's just as bad as the damn Commanders. We'll get to them at the end here. Niners win. I mean, they had a whole straight drive of just running the ball with McCaffrey, and he punches it in. 34-24 final there. Very boring game, but one I'm not really surprised about. Broncos win 18-15. They continue to stay hot. Vikings, welcome back one, J.J. McCarthy.
Big plays.
The kid's a gamer. And if they got the run game going, they did in Aaron Jones. What are you going to say? He's a national champion, for crying out loud. National champion. You realize in the state of Michigan, he has never lost. Never lost in the state of Michigan. Never lost.
Was that your Keith Jackson accent there?
Never
impersonation.
Vikings win 27-24.
It was a good game for him, though. I will give him that. Lions, they couldn't run the ball all day. I didn't understand that. Terrible job by what's his name, Campbell there, not adjusting at halftime. And I'm sure you're going to throw flowers on the jerk from the defensive coordinator. The hell's his name? And I can't stand.
Oh, Brian Flores. Yes. The one that
Flores.
should be the Steelers DC. Yes, that guy. He's a good coach, and he's coaching with less than he is in Pittsburgh, not the second highest paid defense. Yes. We head to another dumpster fire in the NFC North. Guy looked like prime Rodgers and prime Brett Favre last week, and egg on his face at home, might I add, against the Carolina Panthers. Where is Ryan Robinson in the chat? His team, big win, no one had. Double-digit favorites. They overcome it. They win the game, 16-13. There he is! Right on! Oh, God. Right on cue. Shout out Ryan Robinson.
And I will say this. Carolina's played a lot better since they put Dowdle in as running back. So I got to give the coach some credit for making that move because they're paying Hubbard all this money.
Let's keep paying running backs. So they haven't learned. Let's pay McCaffrey, dumpster fire, paying him. Let's pay Chuba Hubbard.
McCaffrey's worth it. By the way, Giants, put him out of the backfield.
You should have traded McCaffrey and got something for him instead of paying him a boatload and he gets hurt and his value goes down. That was stupid. And then, let's pay Chuba Hubbard. Genius stuff by the Panthers.
Yeah, that wasn't smart.
Genius stuff. Speaking of genius stuff, you would have thought Phil was coaching the Raiders here. Jaguars 30, Raiders 29.
What a disaster that was.
See, would have thought you were coaching them.
Oh, what a disaster. Pete Carroll, what the hell are you doing? I mean, kick the extra point there. Jesus. Get it highlights. It helps maybe to make the playoffs. Who knows? That's a bad job.
Oh, that'd be great. Oh, man, I would just clothesline fucking Phil's ass. Oh. And then I'd get FU'd by John Cena. But hey, man, as long as I send Phil over the ropes, I call it a win. Pete Carroll, what a dumpster fire that is. Brock Bowers, shout out Brock Bowers, back from the dead.
Hell of a game. Welcome back, Mr. Bowers. Isn't that right, Tyler?
We head to LA. Rams shut out the Saints, and the Rams should have did what the Commanders did. Puka Nacua, solid game, touchdown. Gets a little banged up. They pull him because the game's a blowout and it's over. They win 34-10. Tower Shucks first start, dumpster fire for the Saints. We head to the money game of the day that we won, the only AFC rematch, Buffalo, Kansas City. Bills beat them in the regular season all day long. I will sign up all day for the Josh Allen experience in the regular season. They will not beat them in the postseason when they face them again. Nope. I will put it down now.
I agree with you.
Josh Allen's great. Mahomes and company struggled a little bit. Joey Bosa showed some signs of turning back the clock. Any other thoughts on the game before we go to the dumpster fire that was Sunday Night Football?
Well, what can you say about Allen? When he's at home against the regular season, he's amazing. He doesn't have really a lot of talent around him. I mean, Jared Cook, that's your best player. Kincaid, maybe. I mean, it's not really a great team. That's why I can't really, expect them to go far. I mean, Baltimore's going to end up winning that division, and they're going to end up going back to Buffalo, and they're going to beat them this time. I guarantee you that. You didn't like me saying that, did you?
How about those Chiefs? We had a Sunday Night Football. What a dumpster fire season it's been for the Commanders. What in God's green earth was Dan Quinn thinking, keeping Jaden Daniels in the game? He dislocates his elbow, 7 minutes left in the game, and it is over by a mile. Let's keep him in, dislocates his elbow. Season's most likely over for him and the Commanders on that point. Seahawks stay hot, man. Sam Darnold, what a renaissance the last few years have been for Sam Darnold.
Comeback player of the year.
Yeah, back-to-back season, he has been special. Jackson Smith-Njigba looks fantastic. There's a good example. I was looking for a name when I was talking about you as a GM who Phil botches royally, and that'd be one, Jackson Smith-Njigba. Jackson Smith and welcome to the Dolphins, Jackson. Welcome, sir. My name is Smith and Jigba. Welcome, Jackson. Welcome.
Just put the damn uniform on and start playing. That's what I would say. Who the hell cares what your name is? And let's get back to Washington. What particular person said that Washington was not going to make the playoffs this year? Who said that Washington was going to regress? I'm asking you, Colton. Who said that?
I mean, it's very easy when they're all like dying. I mean, Lattimore.
Oh, come on! I said this preseason. Give me a little credit.
Great. Injuries are a problem there, Phil. That's usually.
Does it kill you to say, "Hey, you know what, Phil? You were right." You know what? You know what you should always say, Phil. You're always right. That's what you should say, because I am always right, and that's why I'm the damn genius. But to your credit, I will say I don't know what the hell Quinn was doing. I don't like when quarterbacks go out there and take the kneel down. I don't even want them doing that. That's your franchise. What if, you get, a jerk off like Ndamukong Suh just decides to bull rush and take your starting quarterback out? I wouldn't even chance that. But that's what the backups are for. Let them go in there and take a knee. Let them go in there and take – the games are blowouts. They shouldn't be in there. This is your franchise, and you're leaving them in there in blowouts. It makes absolutely no sense to me. I've been saying that for years. Absolute joke. That's right, Dave. I am the genius.
And we have tonight's game that no one cares about. Jacoby Brissett starting for the
Tyler does.
Tyler, who cares?
Tyler, why is your future father-in-law using your own YouTube name there? Scott, I thought you're a fire chief. Why don't you have your own account? You're not a real fire chief like Ian Engel is, but you're a fire chief nonetheless, so I give you some respect. How about you get your own account? You like us. And you follow us on Facebook, Facebook and YouTube here, whatever the hell else we're on. And then I gotta go posting all my snaps later on, like I do, to promote this great show and promote my pretty face. Get your own account, Scott. You suck. So does Tyler.
We had to week 10 in the NFL with Beat the Genius. Updated standings. I am now sole place up at last place. It's been a dumpster fire season. That's fine. Ray with a nice little bounce back week. He's 13-14. I am 10-17. Alex continues to roll. He's 16-11. Phil is 13-14. I don't know if Karen did picks last week. I don't have any picks in for Karen. Karen's still 11-13 till further notice. My father goes to 12-15. And Mike Bauer continues to stay on Alex Long's hot trail, 15-12. We're going to week 10. We're going to week 10 of picks. Phil, floor is yours.
Please. All right. Genius picks this week. First game, I am taking Buffalo. I have -9.5. I don't know what you have. 8.5? All right, I'll take the point. They're going to absolutely steamroll the Dolphins. I don't care if the Dolphins are off for 10 days. That's going to be another no-show game. And by the way, I didn't say this in my rant with Greer earlier. Thank you, fans of Miami, for totally embarrassing Stephen Ross, because you let the whole country know how pissed off you were with this Dolphin franchise, which led to Greer getting fired the very next day. So I applaud you, Miami fans. Thank you very much. That's going to be game number one. Game number two, I'm going to take the Minnesota Vikings over Baltimore. I don't understand why they're this big of a home dog. I have 3.5. What do you have?
4.5. You're getting an extra point.
4.5. All right. I'll take the extra point once again. I don't understand why that spread is so big. Minnesota is at home. They do have a decent defense. I don't think they're going to do defensive-wise what they did this week, but I think they'll be, I think they'll cover. Maybe not win, but they'll definitely cover. And the final game, I am taking one of the all-time toilet bowl games I've ever seen. The Jets versus Cleveland. I am taking Cleveland. I don't know why they're favored. What do you have for a spread? I don't care what the hell the spread is.
2.5 for Cleveland.
Plus 2.5?
Yes, sir.
Wow. Yeah, they're going to kill the Jets. I don't care who's quarterbacking. I don't care who's doing what. Judkins is going to run all day, all over them. Those are my 3 picks this week. What are your 3 picks? Oh, Ryan Robinson.
Yeah, Ryan Robinson. He can piss off. Ask when the last. How many days was it since Ohio State beat Michigan? Okay, Ryan. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah.
I agree. Underwood stinks. As we watched in the Purdue game on Saturday night, he was awful. By the way,
your season last year was irrelevant, and all you Ohio State fans know it was irrelevant because you lost to Michigan that couldn't actually throw a forward pass. You would have thought it was Phil Sitta throwing the ball last season for Michigan, and you bastards lost to us at home, might I add. Please.
It doesn't matter, though, Ryan. Your team lost 2 games, and you end up winning the national championship. And Miami, who was probably the best team last year, didn't even get into the playoffs because of that fraud system. So take that asterisk title and stick that where the sun doesn't shine.
Shove it up your ass there, Ryan. And good luck seeing your future brother-in-law this weekend, you jag off. Safe travels, Alex. Heading down. I believe you're heading down to the Kakalakos this weekend, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you're in the chat, which I don't see you all day, Alex, shame on you. Shame! Right, off of my picks, I actually can't believe it. I'm taking Ryan Robinson's Carolina Panthers minus 4.5. I don't care if it's in NFC. Oh, God, what is this garbage division? NFC South. Matchup. Tower Shuck is ass. Problem is Carolina's a curveball. Carolina's a good week, then they look like super mega ass again. I'm falling in the trap. I'm taking Carolina. My picks have been ass this season, so why not pick the ass team? Give me the Carolina Panthers minus 4.5.
Where's it at?
That is in Carolina, so it's even like I said 4.5. And the Saints and Tower Shuck are ass, so I might as well jump on that. I can't believe I'm doing it. I don't love it. I'm taking Carolina. Not Carolina. I already did took
Carolina will beat the Panthers.
Carolina is going to beat the Panthers. I'm taking the Chicago Bears minus 3.5 at home against the New York Giants. Giants with no receivers is a problem. Not that I love the Bears because I don't. The fact that they almost lost that game and blew that in 15 seconds. Didn't love that. But, I'm taking the Chicago Bears minus 3.5. And I'm also jumping on the Cleveland Steamers. I do think I want to take Indy as well, minus 5.5, coming off of the loss.
I looked at them as well, too.
Yeah, I do like Indy as well. I'll go Indy. I'll go Indy and make it different. I'm going to go Indy minus 5.5. A wacky game from them against the Steelers. Didn't see that coming.
Huge bounce back game at home for the
Colts. They're going to bounce back. And Jonathan Taylor's going to steamroll big A's, Atlanta Falcons. Give me the Colts minus 5.5 in Berlin. Shout out to Germany. Any final thoughts, Phil, before we wrap this puppy up?
Yes, there are a lot of frauds here, Dave, including Ohio State with their tainted 2-loss championship from last year. Absolute disgrace. Final thoughts. We had a hell of a World Series. I'm sad baseball's over. It's the longest season of them all. I don't really give a damn about basketball or hockey this week. We can start diving into that, starting next week when we get done talking about football. We can make fun of Colton's 0-2 fantasy team. I'm 2-0, no surprise. I'm the genius. I will win it all. Oh, by the way, did you win an auction this week? I didn't look.
Of course I did.
Oh, you did. All right. Well, good for you. I thought you were going to have a case of beer that Phil Ohio State wins it all. Oh, absolutely, Ryan. You got it. Case of beer. Bet is made.
Well, appreciate everyone. We'll be back again next week. Have a safe flight on your little vacation there.
Yes, I'll be nice and tan next week. I forgot. I'll be away, off drinking and eating like the genius that I am.
Quite not a genius if somehow Tyler Granado massively beat you. So I don't know how much of a genius you are.
Oh, he beat me because I dumped. I played 3 bye guys. Jesus, Tyler. Stick out that chicken chest a little more. God, you suck. You're terrible, Tyler.
Appreciate everyone for tuning in. We'll be back again next week.
See you next week.